Back with you here on Pemmy Baker TV. We apologize for the technical difficulty as our system decided it wanted to crash, and Plymouth has come back. They have a 10-8 lead right now. You're partway through the first set. Kat, you're talking about Wildcats were running a great 5-1, of course, when our system is down, but Plymouth doing well, rattling off some points.
Yeah, right behind the serve from number 12.
And another point there.
Yeah, Brooke Biswanger, she's been having a good serve run here. She's been a big part of why Plymouth is taking the lead in the first set.
That one was close to being out on the serve. Battle at the net. Middle set for Merrifield. Here come the Wildcats again. On the outside, sent long on the cross-court attack.
Good to see the Wildcats able to set up an attack there. Just missed by a bit. Great short serve.
Great ace there on that short serve as we continue to get back up and running.
That's right, Brooke Biswanger. That's another point for her. She's pulling the Bobcats right ahead there.
So a lob to the back line. Cross-court set. Bobcats on the attack. Off the hands of the likes of Gabrielle Hall. And Plymouth has looked like a completely different team here in the middle part of this first set.
The setup there to Merrifield, she took good advantage of that back corner. Caught the libero cheating up.
Far line, it's a free over. Battle at the net. It's going to fall for the Bobcats.
Another good point there for Merrifield. She got over, jousted that ball, and was able to push it back on the Wildcat side.
15-8. And this has been a big run, and they're going to call double contact there in the middle on Bella Oliver.
Wasn't much she could do there. She was stuck in the net with that pass and had to hit two contacts.
Bobcats are in a 14-1 run right now.
Wow.
They were down 7-2, and it's up 16-8 here in set number one. Talk about a swing of momentum. Another good serve. Setter attack. Going to the outside for the likes there of Summer, who finds the court for the kill.
That was a great spot on the back line. That is so hard to play. She put it right where the defense wasn't going to find it.
Biswanger, service error, and a big side out for the Wildcats, but she has done her work from the service line.
Let's hope they can get a good serve receive here and keep the momentum in the Bobcat direction.
Jordan Cheney back to serve, a high serve near the ceiling. Deep shot coming from Summer. Bobcats, good communication. 5-1 on the push. Dug out the other way. Tough pass from the back line as Kaylee Bowley couldn't handle it cleanly.
Plymouth is running a 5-1 as well, and their setter's coming out of the back row, which is making it difficult for some of those sets to get up.
Good serve there. Oh, good vision on the back row from Amelia Jewell there to let it go long. And here come the Wildcats, now trailing by 6. Nice little set off the hands for the kill.
That was a great setup. Setter Georgia Golden, she was able to put it right where that right side hitter needed it. Tooled right off the defender.
Doyle serving. Oh, trying to find that alley is Rambin. Middle set from Rambin. Kept alive by the Bobcats. Back row just sent over by Plymouth. Oh, right side attack with a lefty. That's always dangerous, but again, can't fire the other way. This one drops right in front of that middle in the back row. And it's Coma, my apology. I'm reading 15, it's 19, I'm a mess. And Coma with the service error.
See if Plymouth can get the ball back here on this serve receive.
Eden Hayne is serving. And at that back row. Summers trying to find back line. Plymouth thought it was tipped. Referee's going to give the point to Fall Mountain. And now captain here in Georgia Goldman. One of the two Bobcat seniors. Going to talk with the up referee. But to no avail by the looks of things. So 19-13 Plymouth here, set number one. Haynes again with another serve to the back row. Off the hands of Como. Attack at the net from Golden, and she'll get the kill.
That was a good attack by the setter. She was smart enough to stay below the level of the net so as not to get called for an illegal attack.
Boley will serve. Oh, a missile of a serve we haven't seen yet from either team tonight. Sent over by the Wildcats. Attack in the middle, battle at the net, dug out, and smashed home on the kill in the middle there from Doyle.
That's great when a middle attacker can hit a ball that's just come right back over the net. That's their bread and butter.
21-13 Plymouth. Oh, a beautiful serve again, just kept alive by the Wildcats. Como. Good cross court, set up there on the outside, hit from Summer, and an error on the Wildcats there.
Summer's been pretty consistent. She likes to hit that cross-court shot, and it's starting to land for her.
Feels like she's timing her jumps a little bit better. She's jumping a hair earlier, so she's coming more down on it.
Yes.
Free over by the Wildcats. Sent back over by Plymouth. Ooh, tough set, but it's going to get over.
That's a tough defensive spot there that the right back was coming into. That tip right over the ponytail, very hard to defend.
So some substitutions for Plymouth. The senior and Sarah Rambin to serve, and it's a service error. Makes it 23-14 Plymouth. And we'll see if Mackenzie Summer get 2 more points here for the home team. Setter attack, Summers there. Off the fingertips, kept alive momentarily to the bench. And a point for Plymouth. It's set point.
That was some great hustle by their defenders on the Wildcat side.
Good serve from Summers. And they're going to call carry here on the Wildcats, so Plymouth will take set number one, 25-14. Again, this is a Bobcat team that was down 7-2 to start the match. They call a timeout. And again, we apologize for our system crashing when they started just exploding off points, but so far, Plymouth holding strong here in home court advantage. We'll keep the camera rolling, but we'll be back in just a minute here on Pemmy Baker TV. Welcome back here on Pemmy Baker TV. And Kat, looking at that first set, what really stood out to you from both teams?
I'd say for Plymouth, they were able to come back and really take advantage of their serve. Number 12, Brooke Biswanger, was able to get on quite the run there to put them ahead, and they just never looked back. For the Wildcats, I think they have to clean up a little bit of their defense, kind of take their time, and definitely communicate, because some balls are falling in between players. So that's something that they can make a change for from the first set into the second.
So again, if you're just tuning in, Plymouth taking set number 1, 25-14. Only their 5th or 6th set win this season through 8 matches. And that's huge to build momentum heading into the second half of the year.
It's good to see both teams running a 5-1. That means they have just one setter out on the court. That's pretty complex, so they're working hard to build on these younger players.
Yeah, and would you say that's more of the traditional college setup, that 5-1?
Yeah, the 5-1 just offers more ability to move your players around in the front row, move your hitters. However, there is the opportunity for the 6-2, where the 2 hitters, and we are seeing that a little bit more at the college level. I think it depends on the team and the team you're facing.
It's all about those matchups and scouting. Fall Mountain to serve. There's a junior, Bella Oliver, and she'll start things off with an ace.
There's that communication. Plymouth's got to keep talking to each other.
So the setter off to a good start. At Como. Sent over by the Bobcats with Golden. And a point here to Plymouth on the carry.
The setter from Fall Mountain didn't have much choice on what to do with that ball. She's just got to get her hand a little less under it, get rid of those carry calls.
Good crowd off to our left here in the bleachers, supporting the home team, and an ace for the Bobcats. And they'll take their first lead here in set number 2.
That was a good serve by Plymouth. Again, if they can keep up their serving strength, they'll be able to maintain this lead.
Outside, and Ava Wilderman serving here, and just got underneath it a little bit too much for the service error. Kat, from a coach's standpoint, are you okay with errors like that with the aggressiveness on the serves?
If you're serving aggressively and you're serving with a purpose, then errors are okay. We always, at the end of the match, want to see more aces than errors.
This shot is sent long. And back and forth the teams trade points. Como will come out as a libero changed. Doyle serving, gets an ace here.
What a great serve. That is a tough spot to hit.
Get that in front. That's just that right on the sideline, halfway up. Oh, so hard to cover. Right in the middle, good coverage though from the Wildcats, and the attack misses wide.
Good read there by Brooke Biswanger, just right to the line, sideline, and read the ball going out.
A good serve by Doyle. Middle set, and off the hands of Wilderman. And a point to Fall Mountain. Again, this kicking off homecoming week here for Plymouth Regional. Get to the rest of the action. The next break. Oh, good attack. Free swing for the Wildcats, and they pull within 1.
Every middle loves to hit those. That was a great spot. She put it where the defense was not.
High serve from Hall. Sent over from Goldman. 50-50 at the net. Goldman outside. Oh, what a kill for the Bobcats, and Biswanger picking up where she left off in the first set.
Beautiful shot right to the center of the court. Call that the campfire.
Everybody watching it in the middle. Substitution here is Kaylee Boley will come back into the front row. Service error from likes there of Georgia Golden.
She's got to brush that off because she's setting. So she needs to let that mistake go and get ready to set up her team.
And back-to-back service errors. And it's 7-5 Bobcats.
Here comes Biswanger again. She was the one with the big run in the first set. Let's see how she does serving.
Junior having a strong season for the Bobcats. Tough set, and that's always a tough attack. Granbin leaning away towards the bench, and it's an attack into the net. Always difficult off balance. Center attack. Oh, just kept alive momentarily. Good reflexes from Wilderman, but not enough.
Yeah, that was a great coverage spot. She was pulling off the net. I think she read the tip early, which is what you want to see. Just not able to get it up.
So this is the insight what's so great of having from a coach's standpoint. Tough receive into the net. Nothing that Merrifield could do. And it's back to a 1-point set.
That libero's working very hard, Como. She just needs to get that ball up a little higher and less out towards the net.
Como with the serve, receive again. Almost flat-footed on that attack was Wilderman. Somehow that one got over from the bench from the Wildcats. Everyone's hitting the tape right now. Cross court set, and this time it's into the net by Plymouth, and we're tied at 8.
That was some really good work by Wilderman. She not only played great defense, but she transitioned out to be able to be an option for her setter.
Giving good serving, free over. Bobcats keep it alive, nearly a miscommunication. Middle attack, Como digs it out. Oh, that's close to being a carry or double contact, but nevertheless, Plymouth will get the point.
Yeah, it wasn't called, so Plymouth is back to the service line.
I cringed a little bit up here seeing that.
Yes.
Was waiting for the whistle. Como with a beautiful ace.
What a serve. Impressed by this libero. She has a lot of strength, and she's reading the ball pretty well. She's also got another year left of her high school career, so I think she can continue to improve.
Yeah, the Como name has a long line of athletics in the family. This one's played off the fingertips. Oh, they're going to say it's a point to Fall Mountain. I guess someone was in the net. So it's 10-9.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there, but.
So a side out for Fall Mountain. Rambin to serve. Como with a nice receive. Right side attack this time, and a little bit mistimed. Kept alive by the Wildcats, and it's into the bench of Plymouth.
That was some scrappy defense there by the Wildcats, but they just couldn't recover from that great swing by the right side, Bowley.
Bowley will now serve. 11-9 Plymouth, and that one at the ankles.
It's all about the toss.
And again, it's a young team. Just from where they were in that first match against Oyster River at home to where they are now, completely different team. So making sure the tape is okay with the down referee. We're back underway. Free over by Plymouth, but it falls.
Right into that campfire again.
Better be lucky than good sometimes for Biswanger, who's having herself a night. We don't have official stats up here like we have in the college levels, but she's got at least 7 or 8 kills. Serve goes long. The side out, and Addison Ratner will serve. Oh, it's a good serve. And Biswanger couldn't get there in time, and we're tied again at 12.
I think the big difference here has been Wildcats having a better serve and receive.
Como. Good receive. It just bumped long. Second lead of this set for Fall Mountain. In their first set, I believe it was 1-0.
That was a great receive by Como and a great setup. Just a little miscue on the hit.
And a service error. Side out for the Bobcats now.
Big middles coming back in for the Bobcats. Merrifield.
Doyle serving. Oh, it's a good one from her. Wildcats haven't seen that speed from her serves here tonight, and she'll get an ace.
That was a great serve. She seems very excited by it.
14-13 Plymouth here in set number 2. And back-to-back aces for Joanna Doyle, the sophomore.
Just a sophomore. She's got a great serve. She's tall. She's got a lot of growth ahead of her.
Three aces in a row, and you wonder if Fall Mountain's going to call a timeout here. Doesn't appear so.
Doesn't look like it.
You've got 2, and you're just letting her just rattle off points. On the line, it is an ace, 4 in a row.
Wow.
Oh, that was so close.
Fall Mountain's still holding off on that.
They haven't used theirs yet. They've got 2. It's 17-13.
Sometimes you just need to stop the momentum.
It's like a kicker in football. You've got to ice the server. Biswanger. Oh, it's kept alive at the net. I don't know how. And the rally continues. Oh, good dig. Free attack in the middle, and it's a kill for Merrifield. And now Wildcats have got to call a timeout, you think.
Doesn't look like.
There it is. I was a little delayed, but a big timeout call here. Plymouth extending their lead. They're up by 5. 18-13 here in set number 2.
It worked though.
Dan Salzer alongside Kat Labrie here on Pemmy Baker TV, coming out of the first timeout taken by the Wildcats as they try to slow this momentum. And Joanna Doyle, who's been on fire here from the service line.
Yeah, she had 4 aces in a row, and you know she's looking to get another one.
Lob to the back row. Tough set, and the attack goes wide from Livingood.
Looked like the setter was trying to set an outside that just wasn't there.
Six straight points for Doyle from the service line. And a miscommunication on the set. And it's 20-13 Plymouth here in set number 2. So they lead 1-0 overall.
That communication breakdown on Fall Mountain side.
Setter attack, but they're going to call double contact on the legs there of Bella Olivia.
A double contact call on a setter can be pretty upsetting, but hopefully she can brush this off and Oliver can move on.
Another race for Doyle. That's 5 in this string from behind the line, and Fall Mountain will take their second timeout, rightfully so. We'll keep it right here for you. And Kat, really, what has stood out besides Doyle's service?
Well, the serve receive for Plymouth has also been pretty impressive. They've been able to get off a few hits. The serving is really the game changer in this set. I'm seeing a lot of miscommunication and miscues happening on the Wildcats side. I think that Plymouth has a few more options in their hitting arsenal, so they're able to make some different attacks against this Wildcat team, and that's really been the difference.
So in that timeout, if you're head coach Michelle Swift for Fall Mountain, what are you telling your players?
I'm telling them to relax. Think of the score as being 15-15 in the 5th set. Score doesn't matter. And start with the pass.
See if they can get a side out here. 22-13 Plymouth. Good serve receive. Middle attack. Chance for the Bobcats. The other way, and it falls in that back corner.
What a great swing. That is a beautiful spot. This swinger, she really read the defense there and was able to put it right where they weren't.
She has been absolutely outstanding, especially when she's in the front row here this match. Cross court set, a low set. Doyle digs it out. Bobcats get it over. And they'll get the point off the hands on the air.
What a phenomenal play by the Bobcats. Doyle was able to pick up that ball right in the deep corner, and nothing stopped them from putting it away on the other side.
Set point for Plymouth. And there it is. The Bobcats will take set number 2, 25-13. And it's all hail Joanna Doyle right now for Bobcat Country. And well, this is a completely different looking Bobcat team from what we've seen. We've seen them in action, but we haven't been able to cover a match for them so far this season. But they are playing like they're going for a championship right now. It's a completely different team when you have that energy.
For sure, the energy and the positivity on the court makes such a huge difference. Now when you're down 2-0, you've really got to find that energy. And that's probably what the Wildcats are talking about over there on the Fall Mountain side. How are they going to find that energy and bring the momentum back to their side?
2.5 minutes left in the break between sets. We'll be back in just a moment, but you're watching Bobcat Girls Volleyball here on Pemmy Baker TV. Welcome back, fans, here inside Plymouth Regional High School as Fall Mountain completely cleared the court just to get away and just regroup. And boy, it feels as though Fall Mountain needs to get out to a 3-0 lead here at least in this third set, Kat, to kind of put the momentum and the match back on their side of the floor.
Yeah, Dan, and it's not easy to do when you have a big home crowd against you, and that's kind of the situation we've got here. So they have a lot of obstacles to overcome right now.
So we wait for Plymouth to make their way back to the floor. And the student body having some fun with the clock off to our left. And they have been, that's what's so great about this school, and you've seen it with the elementary school as well, is that there was so much camaraderie. There's so many other athletes from different teams out supporting each other all the time.
Yeah, it's great. It's a very strong community in sports, in academics, and it's great to be here. And, our superintendent's over in the corner, our athletic director's in the corner, vice principal, everybody's here supporting their team.
And Plymouth's going to start off with an ace here in set number 3. So good work from Wilderman already to start. And a tough set from Golden.
Yeah, miscommunication there. When the setter gets the ball on the first contact, you really got to know who's going to take the second one.
Oh, and out of position are the Bobcats.
Yeah, it looks like the Bobcats put some substitutes in, and it can be tough to remember where you're supposed to be in each rotation.
This is where the focus comes into play. You can't let down your guard. Good lefty serve to the back row. But a kill the other way for Wilderman.
Another great spot right between the two defenders. We call that the seam. It's a great spot to put the ball down.
Back the other way. Here's Carrie Toll. First action here this evening in this match for the junior. She's going to get an ace.
Great serve by her. Toll put some power on that ball.
Toll with another great serve. It's a free over. Battle at the net. Oh, good left hand from Golden. Rally continues. Oh, and a miscommunication there from Golden sliding out.
Watching this Bobcat team right now, I can't even tell who the setter is. They haven't been communicating very well, so I can't see who's getting the second ball. They need to talk it up a little bit.
And that's just, you can chalk that up to the youth of this team. And the service goes long and a side out to Plymouth. It's 4-3 Bobcats as they try to close it out in straight sets.
I've been pretty impressed with Ava Wilderman and her defensive scrappiness.
Golden serving. It's a beautiful one that's short off speed. Cross court set, and it's going to be a net by. Oh, they call it on Fall Mountain. Plymouth got away with it as well.
Wow, that's a
lot of bodies into the net right there.
Interesting call. I guess he called who was in the net first, maybe?
That's the only thing I can think of. But nevertheless, Bobcats keep the serve. There's been some questionable calls here tonight. Bobcats taking control here in set number 3. We really feel being down 2-0, Fall Mountain needs a side out right now, and just to kind of get a little bit of a lead here to get the momentum and comfort back on their side, and that confidence as well.
There's that side out kind of given to them on a missed serve. If the Wildcats are able to take advantage of some of these substitutions that the Bobcats have made, they may be able to get some points together here.
Middle attack, dug out by the Wildcats. Off the feet there from Rambin, and it's going to be off the fingers of Plymouth.
That was a great play there by the Wildcats. They had a good pass. Setter found her hitter, and the hitter put in a great spot that the defense wasn't able to pick up.
Oh, beautiful serve coming for the lights there. Jewel, and it's going to fall for the Bobcats, though. There's Katie Park just recently in after the last sub. She gets her first ace of the evening.
Yeah, she aced Fall Mountain's libero. Usually you don't want to serve at the libero. However, it was effective.
Going down the line this time. And this one's not going to get over by Plymouth. So action is becoming thick and fast. We did mention that this is the beginning of homecoming week for the Bobcats. We'll have coverage of tape-delayed action of field hockey tomorrow against Milford here on Pemmy Baker TV. And this one tough to handle.
Bobcats are working with their substitute libero right now, a sophomore, Lizzie Davis. She's got to increase that communication and really start to lead her defense back there.
Goes right at Davis, and again, just kind of hesitant on the serve. And it's an ace for Fall Mountain, and we're tied at 8. Other action coming up here, homecoming week. Football taking on the Sabres of Souhegan on Saturday. We'll have coverage of that live right here on Pemmy Baker TV. And an unneeded service error for Fall Mountain. Jackie Francis in for the serve. And this is that depth of the bench. First action here tonight. You've got to work on that communication you were talking about.
For sure. And again, that comes to the first ball going to the setter. She touches that ball, they got to know who's going to get the second ball.
And a serve just misses out on the near line. Bobcats retake the lead. See the likes of Davis back in with that defensive change. Here's Jasmine Como, her first action here this evening. Welcome back here on Pemmy Baker TV. We apologize. We continue to have internet issues as this serve just misses out, and a couple of aces and some great attacks by Plymouth. They lead 13-10 here in a decisive third set. Pass dangerously close to the net, and a net violation there called on Plymouth. Golden into the net.
That's too bad. That was a great receive there by Ava. She was able to get that ball right up where she wanted it. Just a little bit of a misplay by the hitter.
Middle serve at Davis. Como. Good set. Plymouth gets back into the defensive shape. Davis, good dig. Oh, diving on the line as Como couldn't get there in time.
Wow, the setter for the Wildcats, she set that first ball instead of passing it. She set it right to her outside hitter, and that's going to catch the other team off guard, and it did. Oh, tough receive there by Katie Park, but great serve by number 26, the senior, Sarah Rambin for the Wildcats.
And we apologize for the technical difficulties we have been having all evening. Barrow nearly sent it over. Chance for the Bobcats here. Como, middle set. Kept alive by the back row, and double contact the call.
That's too bad. The Wildcats have put together a really good rally there.
What's great, though, as you mentioned, Fall Mountain with a rally, they haven't given up at all. They could have packed it in. Another ace here by Plymouth. That's got to be, and what, 12 now for the team? 13?
I would think so. In this whole match, for sure. The aces are coming pretty quickly here for Plymouth.
Ava Wilderman goes right at the libero again. Back-to-back aces for her.
Another one.
And they are not afraid at serving at the libero here tonight.
Plymouth needs to stay collected here as they take the lead.
Wilderman hits teammate in the back of the head. That's the like of Carrie Toll, who took one for her team. So big side out for Fall Mountain. Bella Oliver to serve. She's got a strong lefty serve too. Golden sends it to the back row. Setter attack. Como was there. Here come the Wildcats in the middle. Good communication here by Plymouth. Outside attack looking for that lane. Middle attack by Fall Mountain. Como, great set. Good action here in set number 3. And it's knocked over. Georgia Golden gets the kill.
What a rally. That was fantastic. Some great defense, some great setting. But Plymouth eventually able to find that seam again. Finish off the point.
17-14 Plymouth. They're up 2-0 here in this match, trying to get it in straight sets for their first win of the season. Cross-court set, and a nice kill there, and a side out for Fall Mountain.
Fall Mountain's not letting go. They're keeping the score pretty tight here.
The sophomore Joelle there with the point for her team. Ratner serving, gets the ace off the hands of Davis.
That is a tough serve.
It felt like it hand-tied Davis a little bit, kind of up by the waist. You don't know if it's going to drop.
Yeah, pushed her back for sure.
Fall Mountain sticking in it here in the third. This one well out of play. And it's 18-16 Bobcats. And a substitution for Fall Mountain. Quinlan Brodeur, the junior. The outside hitter into the back row for the Wildcats. Golden back to serve for Plymouth. Going towards the middle. It's going to end up in the bleachers here in front of us for the ace.
And there's another one. We're getting closer to 20, I think.
I feel like we need the ace up here for ace, like we have it, baseball with the K's. There's been so many. Great serve from Golden. But a great attack, flat-footed from Oliver. She just wanted to get it over.
Yeah, landed right in Plymouth's campfire.
19-17 Plymouth here, set number 3. Oh, and a tough one. Golden couldn't get out of the way after the serve receive as the likes of Park ran right into her back, and it's a 1-point set.
Golden is the setter, so she should not be receiving that serve.
Not going to make it over. Huge side out for the Bobcats. And they're 5 points away from taking this match here at home.
I like to see the substitutes on the Bobcat side figuring it out, making it work.
Miscommunication the other way. Katie Park doing her job behind the service line here for Plymouth. And the magic number's 4.
That's right.
Make that 3 with another ace, and you wonder if there's going to be a timeout.
Fall Mountain still has a chance here. It's not over till the last whistle.
But the fact that you have both timeouts you haven't used, and it's 22-18. But here's a huge side out once again. Fall Mountain really needs to rattle off at least 2 or 3 points here. Jenny, service error.
It's not going to help.
And magic numbers now 2. Jackie Francis will go to serve as Carrie Toll will come into the front row, and that defensive change for the libero and Davis. Oh, a beautiful one off the tape, and it's match point.
Great serve by Jackie. That's a tough position to be in when she's coming in off the bench, and here she gets to go for match point.
Francis gets back-to-back aces, and the Bobcats win. They get their first win of the season, this very, very young team, and they'll take it in straight sets, 25-14, 25-13, 25-19, and the 3-0 win, Kat.
The Bobcats showed a lot of composure, and they show a lot of promise for their future. A lot of young players, like we've said throughout, but it's great to see some of the moments of brilliance that they had today.
And it showed, it really felt because they had the confidence early on. I mean, you're down 7-2 in that first set, and you're thinking, all right, here we go again with how it's been kind of all season. And then you go off on a tear of points, and it completely flips this match.
That's right, and they were able to maintain that momentum, and momentum's such an important part of volleyball. So they were able to definitely put that together and come out with the first W of the season.
Kat, any final thoughts before we sign off here?
No, I'm impressed. I think there's a lot of room for growth for both teams, and congratulations to the Bobcats.
As they are celebrating with a student body right now. That's going to do it for us here on Pemmy Baker TV. For all of us, our camera operator, Eric Gooding, my partner in crime once again here for volleyball this season, and Kat Labrie, I'm Dan Salzer. Bobcats take it 3-0. And again, final line, 25-14, 25-13, 25-19 for their first win of the season. We'll see you tomorrow for field hockey action here in homecoming week as the Bobcats will take on Milford. We'll see you tomorrow here on Pemmy Baker TV.